Hi, I'm Christopher Stewart. Now, let me just take care of everything really quick and simple. Okay? Hi, you're going to be an agent. Okay? And you're going to be looking at this and you're going to be looking at me and you're going to have all of these thoughts and all of your everything. And maybe you've looked at everything and maybe you're looking at me going, yo, man, what's with the attitude? Okay? It's not attitude. It's contempt for alcoholism. It's contempt for alcoholics. It's contempt for everything I've faced in the past. And it's the fact that I will not deal with anybody who's going to treat me like I've been treated in the past. Quite plain and simple. That's what it really amounts to. So let's look at it from your perspective. Okay? Let's say, for example, you're an agent with something like the Look model. Okay? Or a commercial agent like Atlas agent or Atlas commercial in New York, any small-time agency, something that just would normally handle models and maybe a couple people on Broadway and maybe a few people who do commercials and a few other things. Okay, now you're going to look at me and go, whoa, what's all of this? And I don't do this. And I'm going to look at you and say, okay, let me ask you a question. You as an agent, what do you do? Okay? Do you simply go on the internet, turn on your computer, bring up a bunch of jobs, so to speak, print them out, hand them to your actors, the actors and actresses you represent, and say, this is what's available, go and audition? Is that what you do? If that is what you do, my question to you is, have you ever in your entire life represented an artist that did not actually ever need to audition? Now, you have to understand this, because this is me. This is how I did over 100 films a year. Okay? I network people and I work hard, and it's not that I'm this great person. It's not because of the awards. I throw the awards in my face to get your attention. Okay? I start off with, yo, this is who I am, flat out, as awards, because you need to understand that. Okay? But that's neither here nor there. That is not what's really important. Okay? When you start really working in theater, you're constantly with people, you're working with people, you're working really hard with people, and those people learn you, and they begin to like you, they respect you. Okay? When I had an extras agent, okay, I was an extra. I had an extras agent out of New York. Okay? Do you want to understand the phone call I had with this hysterical agent who couldn't believe anything at all because he just got off the phone with John Carpenter himself? Not his casting director, not his secretary, John Carpenter himself. That's what I do. Okay? My first job, I was working with a television show called The Master Ninja. Okay? And I did have to audition for that. It was like the first time I had to audition, and we just did everything. I was working with my sensei anyway, so we were pretty much just doing it as training anyway. And then I, bang, got the shot, and then I moved on. Okay? My second thing, however, my very second contract was something my agent couldn't believe. He called me up. He was in hysterics. He didn't have any idea how I managed to do this. He couldn't believe it, because a director in England had called him up and specifically, personally requested me to work on the film Crawl. Now, when you understand my background with Hammer Studios, that's not really that big a deal. It's kind of almost expected. But when you're a little extras agent in the middle of nowhere, you're going, whoa, what the hell's going on here? Okay? Now that's the thing. Okay? It doesn't matter what you have me do. You could have me audition. I'll audition. I don't mind auditioning. I think it's kind of ridiculous. I kind of get annoyed and angry when you're wanting an Oscar winner to audition against beginning actors, because that's unfair to them. It's not because I want the role, it's because it's very unfair to them. They should be able to get that. Okay? Why am I wasting time on little tiny things that other people should be able to do, which is far beneath my talent and my abilities, when I could just have a director call you and be done with it? Okay? Now, when I'm telling you that I want you to contact people, and the whole industry is, oh, whoa, 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 we don't contact people. Okay, well, you're too much used to dealing with CAA and WME. Do you know why? Because CAA is a company which will sit there and have one agent in one room and the other agent across the room. And an actor with one agent and an actress with the other agent. But according to the agents and according to the policy of the agency, the actor and actress can't know each other. And if they call each other up, the agents could just walk across the door, have coffee, and say, oh, well, so-and-so is saying this. They won't do that. They'll just say, oh, no, we can't talk to them. And you wonder how the industry ever gets together and works anything at all. And that may have changed, but that was the way things were in the 80s. And people might sit there and go, why are you picking on these specific agencies? I'm not. Okay? This is primary experience. I mean, I was on a phone with an agent from CAA with Tim Van Pat. And I called him from Tim's phone. And it was Tim's agent. And he hung up on me. And Tim called him back from his phone and said, I just had my friend call you and you hung up on him. And I'm using my same phone here. What's going on? Okay, you know, that's how the industry works. But it's really kind of silly. So we're going to look at things from a different perspective. If I look at you and say, contact people, okay, what are we doing? All we are doing is putting out feelers. That's it. Okay? You're not calling people up and saying, I have so-and-so, I want to work. No, you're just saying, hi, you're so-and-so with the Italian Film Commission in Italy, in Rome. I'm so-and-so, I'm currently representing Christopher Stewart, who's one of the biggest stars in Italy. So if you have directors, you have people that are going to actually want to work with him or need to work with him, you can contact me. You simply do a basic, simple introduction and hello. You do that, guess what happens? Guess what? Do you need to look for an audition? No. Do I need to audition? No. Because you're being called by directors who are saying, we want him. And you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is sit there, answer the phone, and say, Chris, we have something. Come and sign it. Yes, and done. And that's it. And you don't even have to take any time, any energy, nothing. Here's another thing. Okay? With my past, how stupid is it to not have an agent? When all you could do, when all you would need to do is say, Chris, let me start off with something real simple and basic, okay? You were a horror actor and you did sci-fi, okay? We're going to put you in the con circuit. So we're going to need you to take these days off per year, and we'll have you travel, and you'll be paid, and you can do whatever other job during the rest of the year. So all of a sudden, on my days off, I'm going to conventions, and I'm signed to do it, I'm paid to do it, and I can give small talks, I can explain some of the things I've done in my life, I can sign autographs. Wow, who cares? That's what William Shatner did for years. But you won't even allow me to do that, because to do that, you have to have an agent. Okay? This is how stupid the whole thing is. This is how angry the entire industry has gotten at the agents for not representing me. Because I was the biggest thing in Hollywood, and all of a sudden the agent said, no, we're not going to touch you. Well, are you going to change? Or am I going to work without an agent? Am I going to get an agent from England to sit there and say, no, no, we're going to take care of them, that's it. Because they're not part of our country and they're not an alcoholic. Okay? Think about that. It's very quick, very simple.